having to shoot through or avoid shooting you guys, the people on the left. You want to try and have your sectors overlapping, but not that much. Not through you guys. So then, yeah, just try and keep an eye on your sector. When you go firm, you're going to probably maintain. Depends on what the fire team lead says. They might want an all-round defense, or just to cover in a specific sort of compass direction. They might say, watch, keep security to the east, and then get your fire team or your buddy colours to call out what sector they're looking at. Green team watching northeast, and then red team covering southeast. Helps just keep an eye on who's looking at what, and that you're not leaving any places uncovered because the enemy, immersion, the enemy will exploit places where they know you're not looking, which is the point. So then I did mention go firm and all-round defenses already, and that sort of thing. Jumped a bit ahead there. You've got a few commands you'll hear from your fire team lead. Prepare to move, which is stop doing things that are going to sort of take up time when you actually do have to move. So if you're digging a trench, stop digging. If you're doing some medical stuff, depending on the severity of it, you might want to call up that you're still stuck in the middle of that, or that you're going to take 10 more seconds. Be ready to move. You can be also pre-warned what direction you're going to be heading off into. Then the fire team lead will go on with stepping off, and then stepping off east, and that means you're gonna start moving pretty much immediately east, and in the absence of any other order, go back to the standard sort of traveling formation that the FTL's already given you. They might switch it up a bit. They might say they might just say to the team with the auto rifle in that they stay on the side that's got more enemies on, because they can just put down so much more fire when the shit hits the fan, and they're not having to shoot again over people's heads or any of that, which can go spectacularly wrong. Let's go spectacular. Then you're in your traveling formation, and you're reaching some sort of point of interest, a waypoint, or you're having to wait for whatever reason. You'll get told either to hold or to go firm. Holding is it's a temporary thing. It's you just get into cover, get something solid between you and any potential bullets. Keep an eye on your sectors, and be ready to keep moving. Don't get stuck into trenches. Don't get stuck into stitching or anything like that. Go firm is get the shovels out, set up your own defensive position. Take stock of what you've got as well. Check your ammos, sort of all repacked if you used any at that point, and you can be there for for a while. So get comfy, brew a cup of tea if that's your thing, but only in game because the shit is about to hit the fan, I'm sure. Then, in all those things, again, call out the sectors that you're watching. Call out anything you see going on. Civilian activity in if you're in some sort of Overwatch position, call out that you can see civilians, or there's a guy on a rooftop with binoculars looking at you, or a mountain top. Had a lot of those in Fulcrum lately, and they usually drop some sort of indirect fire on your head if you're not dug in properly. That'll ruin your day. And just call up observations and stuff. That's best done over the radio, so everyone can hear it. And try and keep the radio clear for important observations like that. If you've got some banter, which I'm sure some of you have, I'm not going to name any names, you can do that more in direct chat, even if you have to switch to shouting so that enough people appreciate the pun that you just came up with. That is absolutely key. That's what shouting is for.
It's true.
Just absolutely vital. Oh my god! Sorry, I've basically gone way off script here, Isla. I keep going down, and I'm like, I missed that.
Put us back on the road. Where are we at?
No, now I've got to explain what buddy teams are, but I've already sort of mentioned that.
Okay.
What is it?
Here's how we do it. Who here doesn't know what a buddy team is? There you go.
There we go. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know why they're important? I will take an answer from any recruit. Privates, shut up.
Cover your back.
In the middle
You
of
won't see
fuck knows
Ruslan,
anywhere, you
I
won't
think
be staring at the black screen for 50 minutes because there's a chance somebody knows where you are.
That's fucking correct.
Rissa, why are you so sure the privates know that?
I think we need an in-depth explanation. I'm not too sure about this.
There will be no fucking hours wrangling from you, fucking angels. I invented that. I invented doing that.
I would appreciate the hours.
He wants his tier 6. He's racing me. So I both also want hours, but
I
don't.
want my fatigue lowered.
You don't want him to have hours.
As long as I stay in the same FTXs, I'm okay. So, yeah, buddy teams. Good for when you are in the shit, really. And also, it's just, easy to keep track of.
Especially good in security.
The FTL can also just tell a buddy team to do something.
He sound like a robot to anyone else?
You're very quiet, but yes, he does sound kind of robotic. Is your phone about to go off?
No, have I restarted my PC recently? That might have been it. Hang on.
And
Uptime,
how we learned
48 days.
How we learned it was that one individual is worth one individual, right? But two individuals in a buddy team are worth three individuals.
If not more, honestly, like the buddy team as it exists is the most raw form of the concept of a force multiplier. One good buddy team can save an entire squad, not just 3 men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason why it's so important is because not only do you have that sort of absolutely massive direct impact on whoever your buddy is in the op, but if you're playing well both with them as a unit, as the buddy team, then you're going to have a similarly positive impact for everyone else in your fire team and likely in the squad. It rolls all the way up the hill, all the way up to platoon. You know. Does that answer your question?
Everything pretty much operates in pairs, I think, isn't it? You've got your buddy teams, then you've got your fire team, which is two buddy 2 or 3 buddy teams. Then you got your squad, which is 2 fire teams.
User left
And,
your channel.
That always complement. Well, always in theory, if one can hold
User
the other
joined
one
your
up,
channel.
and the other way around when the shit's hitting the fan.
Until the whole server
Indeed.
gets absolutely slaughtered last night.
If I might,
I don't remember that.
No.
It was all
I
my
do.
screen was too black.
I was very dead a lot, which is rare for a squad leader. Okay,
Yeah.
you've seen that
All of the
screenshot of the
squad
tank
leaders were
literally
down.
pointing at the window. That's my dead body on the floor next to it.
Oh, you were
Next
there,
time
I
I'm
was
going down
outside.
with the ship, boys.
I was going
Anyway.
and there's like 30 people dead on the floor.
Right, so what's comms and situational awareness? Mind if I take secession real quick? Then you can do cover and concealment, taking cover, and then we've got a little dry fire practice to go to.
Very crazy.
Yeah, cool. Right, so lads, succession, and for any of you that were on last night's op from the recruits, you're going to probably understand why what I'm about to tell you is important. But when it is time to step up, if you don't hear anyone stepping up, and you have had time to think, it's been long enough that someone should have stepped up, you have to do it, because nobody else is going to. It takes someone being that first, link in the chain to get the chain back together again. So, what do I mean by succession? I mean when your fire team leader and your 2IC are both on the floor and you don't know what to do. Here is what you should do. You should get yourself onto the squad level radio net. So for example, for you guys right now, your radio nets are 251 and 252. There's nobody on it at the minute, but if we were in a squad, our squad net would be 250. Now you can just change your radio to 250, or you can set your alternate channel to 250. Either way, so long as you get yourself on that net and report in, could be table 22, 3IC stepping up. You don't need to give any more detail than that. You don't need to give a long speech about how you're the last man standing, unless it would be like one of those cool moments. Because just from the fact that your 3IC is stepping up, squad lead already knows something went wrong. You know what I mean? Now, what's really important about this is that broadly, when you step up, you have 2 choices that are good choices, and every other choice that you can make is generally not as good as picking one of these 2, right? So option number 1 is you get on net, you say squad lead, 3IC stepping up. I am going to continue on tasking because you know what the objective is. You know that you, other than your maybe 2IC and Dead's fire team lead, you know that you've got the men left in your fire team to achieve that objective. So you carry on tasking to the best of your ability. The other choice that you might make is securing the immediate area, gathering your casualties, and retreating. If you do that, if you do some combination of those 2 things, either one of them, you will generally be okay if you have to step up, right? That's broadly all there is to it. Baker. Fuck, which one? L. Baker. Say that you go to step up because, your fire team's just got annihilated by a tank or something, and when you do so, you also get no answer from squad lead. What should you do?
Get the attention of anyone in the squad radio in any way. So I guess the first thing I would say is, in this case, actual 2.
And actual doesn't reply. What's the next thing you say?
I don't
keep
really know
bunching
about
up the
that.
chain.
That's fine. That's fine.
Organizational level.
Hold
that's
on, hold,
actually
guys,
functional.
stop. Don't all talk at once because nobody understands a fucking word any of you just said. Right, Baker? What did you say?
That I don't really know about that because team leader is not my thing.
Okay, perfect, good, right. So
I got my hand up.
not knowing
Thank you.
is acceptable. That's fine because now we can tell you. So Angels, you were first.
Yeah.
What would you say? So you've said,
I'd
actual this
wait.
is 2. You've gotten no response. What do you do next?
I'd wait a bit and say nothing heard.
How long is a bit?
Couple of seconds, I reckon, like 30 seconds.
tops.
Yep, so broadly, depending on the situation, a bit is anything from by the time you've finished saying it to about 30 seconds. Now, when you're deep in the shit and bullets are everywhere, it's by the time you finish saying it. Usually, half the time I end up doing it, I end up looking at dead squad lead by the time I've finished the process of stepping up. At that point, your next thing is going to be, right, you've nothing heard, so you're going to radio the other fire team element. So if you're 2 in this example, you'd be like, okay, 1, this is 2, squad lead's down, you need to step up to squad lead. You continue to rebuild that broken chain of command until you have an effective fighting force again. Now, generally, you guys are only going to have to worry about the first step in that chain, which is stepping up to either 2IC or being in charge of your own fire team, but it has been known to happen that, you know, someone like a fucking Baker, was pretty sure it was you, in an op the other day with 2IC or something and ended up on squad net for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, yesterday.
And also
Pretty
yesterday,
much.
yes, you were on squad net with me yesterday, that's right.
Yeah,
Completely
Angels
forgot
was
about
as
that
well.
because it was pain.
Yeah, 2 times. God
Jesus.
damn it.
Yesterday's off was a fucking massacre.
You sign up for
I have
JFTL and
been
end up
looking
as squad
at the
lead.
black
That's
screen
fucking
for
great.
45 minutes last up. And after I got resurrected, I got bumped to shit.
That's
and spent
pain.
the next 10 minutes looking at the black screen. And then
Hey,
we had
those fuck-
index.
Yeah, those fucking last resort assaults on fortified positions, they'll do that to you. It was very brutal yesterday. Having a bunch of no-shows in the medical teams really didn't help, unfortunately.
Yeah, and what
Priority
the hell
goes to
happened?
people who want medical training, by the way.
Like the building at the end there, what happened? Was that artillery or
I think it
or
was
what?
a plane.
There's a plane,
yeah,
yeah.
I was helping
Yeah, it
out
was a
with the
gunship.
Suddenly, there was an explosion, and I think like 2 people were still up, aside from me.
Yeah,
Everybody else was
because-
fucking dead or
Because
down.
that
I
was
survived.
the Mert's house, or yeah, everyone was there. Damn it. Oh,
I mean, that guy got like a multi kill.
yeah.
Cool. Oh, it's my turn again. Would you believe it? Right, cover and concealment. Definitely see. So, I'm just checking I was actually not on Whisper then, to be honest. Okay, so cover and concealment. 2 things you're going to need a lot of. Would you say, Rizla, it's one of the first actions you take is under contact is you find one of those 2?
Priority 1, survival. Priority 2, everything else we teach you at all times.
So feel free when you actually like just traveling, sort of go, oh yeah, that rock looks like a good. If I got shot now, that's where I'd run to, and just sort of keep that mentally updated as you're going along. So yeah, you see a rock, you hide behind that. That is cover, because it's going to take a big, bloody massive bullet to get through that. Cover is anything that is going to be some sort of hard protection against bullets, shrapnel, missiles if you're really unlucky, RPGs, there we go. So you've got your HESCO barriers, they're a classic. So if the Portaloos count, really?
Yeah.
I
This wood
think,
stuff does
actually,
not.
I'm pretty sure those blue ones over there are actually bulletproof, and those orange ones there are not, but please don't try and test it out now.
Don't rely on it. Weird green shit that those cargo buildings are made out of is surprisingly good.
Yeah, I
Those
think the
tin
caliber
fences and stuff aren't great though. They come under more concealment along with bushes, trees. Trying to think
Smoke.
what else. Yeah, smoke is brilliant suggestion actually. Yeah, smoke is your portable tree
Quick question.
if you need. Yep.
Does view obstruction like bushes work on AI?
Would I say that?
Oh, to a point.
It should do.
Like,
Yeah.
like if you've run and they've seen you run behind a bush and they've not seen you run out, they will probably shoot the bush. But it's if you're in a properly heavily wooded area and they don't see you run from behind one bush to behind another bush, they will probably keep engaging that first bush that they saw you run behind.
Got it, thanks.
It's quite funny to watch actually, because I've seen them just mag dumping empty space, and the people that they were mag dumping at they're like 100 meters away in the other direction, and it's just great movement. That was on Tanoa though, so
not to
quite a few
encourage
more bushes.
metagaming, you can definitely make PKM gunners put their entire mag out to places that you aren't even, by just peeking them smartly and then not peeking the same angle twice.
But consider them. Yeah, they're just suppressing. They're definitely human intelligence suppressing that corner or whatever. Yep.
Thank you,
So-
Lambs.
That is pretty much the difference between cover and concealment. Though Darkman is a low stone wall cover or concealment. Let's go with that.
I mean, you mean those like really low walls that you sometimes find in fields?
Yes,
Yeah, you find a lot of them on this map, certainly.
the
I
ones
would-
that are about yay high.
I would say they're more concealment than cover.
I'm liable to agree with him, honestly. So, with those, unless you're at one of these positions,
Unless you're like
you
completely
aren't
laid
actually
down or
covered
like sat on
at
your
all
ass
by
with the
those.
gun up, I would say that's concealment rather than cover.
General rule as well, and again, this is a sort of metagamey one, but it generally holds true. Anything that you can't rest your weapon on is not protecting your hitbox from bullets. Anything that you can will.
Right.
So,
Oh god.
if that saves your lives, let it do so. But obviously, don't speak about it like that in and op, because you'll ruin everyone's immersion.
Also,
Big no, you know.
a quick tip there: if you're laid your weapon on a wall and you need to reload, aim upwards, because you'll kind of take more cover behind the wall.
Like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your barrel stays sort of fixed on the edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you
Ready for a little
Go.
little practical?
think that's
Yep.
probably best, unless you want to do the taking cover bit as well.
I mean, I
That'd be part of the practical.
think you kind of covered it enough there, and we can just do it in the practical, right? Anyone
Run
disagree?
and hide.
And anyone have questions about taking cover in general before we go do it? I know I sound dismissive. I shouldn't. That's my bad. If you have questions, please ask them. Yep, that's good. Right, give me 2 secs.
It's the
Time to
bit where we
die.
just start shooting the floor and they'll have to sprint for cover.
Probably.
Yes.
What are we doing with Milkman now? He's still up for.
Just
Honestly,
quick
put
radio
me
check
as
on
the guy that's
252.
gonna
Oh,
shoot
kill
them
him.
in the field
Fucking
and see
hell.
if they go for cover or concealment.
Oh wait, I think we can fix him.
Oh god.
Oh Jesus!
Oh boy, right, spread out here, boys.
Where have they gone?
That'll do. Yeah, spacing. Good. Who was that? Yep, good shit. Milfman.
Okay, yeah,
If you hear someone yell spacing, the chances are they're fucking right and you should move. Now, I have a theory question for all of you guys. You are in a column lined up directly behind each other. Someone shouts spacing. Do you A, spread out in all fucking random directions side to side, or B, simply increase the amount of space between yourself and the person in front of you?
Just increase the amount of space so you don't break formation.
Run
Option
closer
C.
to them.
Fuck you guys.
Spray the nearest bush.
I mean, screaming and spraying bushes helps, but the answer is B. You increase the space between yourselves. Same thing for if you're in a wedge. Same thing for if you're in an echelon. Same thing for if you're in a line. It doesn't mean go in a fucking random direction. I see so many people not naming names or anything, but even people that aren't in this FTX, like specialists and private first classes, and occasionally myself, a corporal, I fuck it up too sometimes, honestly. But yeah, angels, yeah. No, yeah, right. So you are coming down that road over there. You've come from the west. You're heading east over towards that tree line over there. You get contacted from up on that hill, east northeast. Now, that's pretty far away, but you've got ACOGs. You can maybe engage it, but also they're a marksman. I'm going to pick on someone, Shambhala, right?
Sure.
Say you were basically here when shit kicks off. Where are you going to move to? What are you going to do about the sniper that's shooting you over there? And I just mean in the sort of, movement
Immediate.
and drill sense rather than the shoot them sense.
Or the immediate thing you would do is try and get cover.
Mm-hmm. So you've got your cover, you've located the sniper, now you need to move. Where? And I will literally, I'm asking you what you think. Where would you go from here to try and move east, southeast to maybe get a bit of that cover over there, perhaps?
I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
Ooh,
Right,
me,
so
pick me.
if you want to have a go at it, go for it.
Contact is on the hill, east, southeast. Immediately call out if you know where they're firing from. Sprint to first cover.
Everyone follow up and listen.
Move cover to cover. So hopefully have somebody putting down suppressing fire and engaging on the sniper just to keep his head down and keep the rounds from going off. Move to second cover. Move to second cover, that being the low rocks up here.
Yep, so you move to your second cover.
Also a liberal use of smoke grenades.
Yep. Oh, you've gone quiet, Milk. Your mic's just cut.
Just keep bounding Overwatch with your either buddy teams or fire teams, cover to cover, and put down as much fire as you can until you get a kill shot.
Bingo. Right. Does anyone have any questions about any part of what Milk just said? Because that was the textbook answer for this situation. If you do have questions, I'd love to hear them, because the more we can help you understand how critical this sort of thing is to your own survival, the better.
Why do we usually just run around, ignoring the fire and just just running?
Just start zigzagging.
I mean, so, fun fact, actually zigzagging against the AI marksman will work to an extent, but once they've gotten accurate enough to hit you once, it's unlikely they'll miss again. Because they fully wind in their shots one by one till they've got you in a nice little kill zone of their range choosing. Things that you can do include putting down smokes and everything, like Milkman said a number of times. And generally, right, in the case of a marksman, and this is a really good little sort of skills and drills reminder for you guys, individuals do not deal with marksman problems. Full stop. They just can't. Elements can. A buddy team can deal with a sniper. A fire team can deal with a sniper. A squad can deal with a sniper. A single man usually can't. So whenever you're doing something about a sniper, try and keep in mind that you need to be at least dragging your buddy along with you, right? Because if you're not dragging your buddy along with you, if you've left them behind, you are failing as a member of a fire team. Just like straight up.
And you've got your little 500-meter range, and the sniper's a kilometer away, and you just can't put the bullets down anywhere nearly accurately enough on your own. You need volume of fire because you can't hit accurately like they can. Exactly.
Right. So, say we were following Milkman's example and you've made it to this exact rock. Your fire team is basically spread out at these sets of rocks in front of us. And, oh no, suddenly we're taking contact from up there. Your fire team leader calls, we've been called to break contact south-southwest. Who am I going to pick? Who haven't I picked yet? That's a good question. Cherry,
Yes.
where do you go? What do you do?
Well,
You've break contact south
he called
southwest.
southwest. So first thing I would do is throw down some smoke, so we got some
Mhm.
not cover, but
Show me,
concealment.
because the enemy is up at that rock there, right? Show me
Yes.
where you're going to throw these smokes. Just point it out.
Well, how do you? Well, the wind is coming from over there,
Mhm.
so it's pretty hard to get us actually concealment. So I would throw it like directly in that direction. So that's probably the best possibility to get any concealment.
Yep, little underarm throw, like there somewhere would be my choice personally. So
And then
yeah,
I would
I'll take that.
either start moving if I believe that I'm concealed enough, like the whole fire team, and if not, I would do like a bounding retreat, so one team gives covering fire while the other one retreats.
Perfect. But now, show me over there to the southwest where you would actually do that, so that everyone else can gain the benefit of seeing it in action.
Well, there's not. I mean, there's a lot of concealment over there, but I would first help you to bound to some of these rocks. They're not great cover, but for the time being, they should be enough. And
Any hard cover is better than no hard cover.
I'd get into concealment over there probably, and there's some hard cover over there as well.
Yep.
And probably move up to the hill if possible, because if we're behind the hill, nobody can shoot at us. But that depends on what the squad leader will want.
Exactly. That's a very good answer. I would also have accepted any variation of the same thing, but bound up to the house or to the rocks around that car and set up like an ARD or a defense or anything. Like, there's a lot of options in these cases, and 9 times out of 10, you'll be given an order that gives you some leeway with it. We tend to try and tell fireteam leaders not to micromanage people too much. So if you feel you are getting micromanaged, you should mention it to them. If they're thin-skinned enough to get upset about it, they probably shouldn't be fireteam leading, because they should know better. Just remember, right, your survival is always priority number 1, following orders to the best of your ability and obeying SOP number 2, and then basically everything else is number 3, right? And the gap between 1 and 2 is a fucking mile. There have been times where I've been fireteam leading and people have outright disobeyed me, and afterwards I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And they're like, oh, here's why. Rule number 1, keep myself alive. And I'm like, oh, yep, fair enough. I got nothing to that. Because it's just the way it should be, right? You're going to say something?
Of course, if you do disobey an order, you're not going to tell them, no, fuck you, piss off, or something like that. You're just going to say negative, cannot comply, and go about doing your own thing to keep your skin alive.
I would say the best utility a FPL has is all of you guys.
Yeah, fact.
Very poetic.
That is a fucking fact.
Fun fact, actually. I'm going to expand on that. I wanted to get into this anyway, but you've just given me the perfect fucking segue, right? So the decisions your fire team leader makes, and therefore also the decisions your squad leader make, are only as good as the information you are passing up and down between yourselves and your fire team leader. If you're all constantly calling up, like, say one of you calls that there's a tank north, and then 15 seconds later someone who wasn't paying attention calls that same tank, but now it's slightly northwest, and then 4 seconds later someone else calls that same tank. Is that A, helpful, or B, not? What do you think?
BSO, we might think we're attacked by a brigade of fucking tanks.
Precisely. Fucking, if you have a situation where you know exactly where some enemies are and you can fucking pinpoint accuracy call it, you can give the fighting leader all that information that he needs to know, give it to him. If you see a decision better than the one that he's making because he doesn't know what you know until you've told it to him, tell him what you see. I can't think of a single time that I've had someone make a suggestion to me in an op that I didn't go, fuck yeah, that's a good idea, let's just do it. 9 times out of 10, the information coming up to me is better than what I've got standing, 10, 20, 30 feet back wherever I am. Because I can't see out of your eyes. I can't hear with your ears. The best I can do is know what you tell me. So my decisions are only going to be as good as the total level of information that I've got coming up from you. I'll pick on someone, anyone. Senor.
Yeah.
Ask me a question about any part of what I just said.
Ask you any question about what you said.
whatever bit you thought was the least clear, tell me that, and I'll expand on
It was
it.
pretty clear to me.
Damn it. Why is everyone so good at listening?
Would have thought.
I mean, okay, Milkman, you must know something that I just said there that wasn't quite up to scratch. Come on, hit me with it, and we can improve this learning experience.
Well, the thing that wasn't quite up to scratch, I mean, nothing is when we're talking about you, but the most primary one is you shouldn't be staying 30, 10, 20, 30 meters away from the fight. You should be somewhere around as a fire team leader with the element, but not in direct danger. The squad leader should be staying back some solid 20, 30 meters and get direct confirmation of all information from FTL1 and FTL2, or FTL3 if the SOP requires.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Fire team leader's job is do as I do, not as I say. Squad leader's job is do as I say, but do it how you want.
Yeah, that is textbook perfect again, for anyone that didn't already know that. I did kind of get my metaphors mixed up in that long spiel between fire team leading and squad leading. I hope that you guys understood what I meant. To the next part, right? So now we've dealt with, you come under fire, what do? You do some of the stuff we talked about earlier. You get that contact report out. You start thinking, okay, what's my good cover and concealment? What's my best route out of here? How do I best comply with the orders from my fire team? We're going to move on to the last bit before the practical shit, which is the types of fire and the 4 Fs. Now, usually they have a billboard to show you exactly what the types of fire are, but nobody answered me when I asked them which one it is to spawn in. So I'm just going to tell you, we have point fire, which is where you fire directly at some point. So, say...
Billboards should be at the BCT place.
There you go.
Yeah, but I can't be bothered to teleport you. Oh my god!
There you go.
There we go, here we go. Right, so here's types of fire. Come over here, lads.
Thank you.
So yeah, point fire is where you shoot at something. So for example, if I was to tell you all to shoot at that would be point fire. If I was to tell you to shoot around the area that rock is in, that would be area fire. And if I was to tell you to fire at that rock, but not specifically kill that rock, that would be, I guess, suppression. Now, a lot of people in this unit do suppression very badly, I think, because they don't often issue fire control orders to their ARs or even the rest of their fire team. I try to, but I forget a lot of the time because it's one of those things you really have to get in the habit of. A fire control order is when your fire team leader will have given you either like a default thing to do in the case of suppressive fire, or he's telling you right now to do it. He'll be asking for a specific amount of rounds per minute downrange, whether it's like 1 or 30, doesn't really matter. That's what you get asked for. It's roughly what you're going to have to do, right? Your job then is to make sure that you comply with it without draining too much ammo.
He could also be like half a mag that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people are in the habit. I will tell you that is not the fucking case.
Sorry, you cut off halfway through that.
The habit. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, shit, I don't know where I was when I lost it. Anyway.
I think you said that a lot of people tell you, and then you died.
Oh shit, what was a lot of people telling me though? That's the question. Now I can't remember.
Just repeat everything after my question or what I said.
What was
basically.
your question?
or like
early onset of dementia.
Half a mag, that direction.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's when
so
you cut out.
that's right. I know what I was going to say. So a lot of people have gotten in the habit of not suppressing the AI because they want to tell you that suppression doesn't work on AI. I'm here to tell you that is not the case. Suppression fucking does work on AI. It works exact same as it works on us, on them. the same amount of bullets it takes to make your aim go into a big wobbly figure of 8 everywhere is the amount of bullets it takes to make the AI's aim do that as well, right?
Oh,
Not to mention we use
it's beyond
flames.
that.
In fact, no, yeah, it's based on like fucking armor class and everything, isn't it? So if we do it against like fucking jihadis and parabol ops, right? Like it takes like a fraction of the amount of bullets to get them full unable to aim at you.
I think in one of the Sapphires we had a minigun, and the suppression from that was just making the enemy flee. They were just straight up just turning around. Just I'm not.
Sorry,
having
this you fucking casual.
Yeah, they can in fact flee and start surrendering. Sidebar for a second. What
Yeah,
do you
because we're
do when the
using
enemy puts
lamps,
his
right?
gun down and starts running away from you, kMaN?
Shoot him in the head.
Wrong.
War crimes.
You stop shooting at him.
Employ cable ties.
I said, you've got a guy, you've suppressed him, he throws his gun down and starts running away. What do you do?
Leave him.
Hold fire on that target and focus on something else.
Capture.
That is correct. It depends on how far away he is. If it would be at great detriment to yourself and or the security of your fire team, fucking let him run. He's a guy surrendering, you've got more important things to deal with. If he's close enough, fucking grab him. Yell at him to stand still. If he does, sweet. If he doesn't, unlucky. Maybe he's still in range. Anyway, so area fire, suppressive fire, they're really self-explanatory past what I've just told you. Do you guys have any questions about it? Yep.
Yeah. Not to mention that we're using lamps, right? Which increases enemy suppression, as far as I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got a wee question about automatic rifleman suppression.
Go for it.
Because I was my first time as automatic rifleman yesterday.
Yep.
Regarding suppression, I was yelled at for having too long intervals between bursts. What's the correct intervals between bursts on an automatic rifleman?
So,
or any automatic rifleman?
I mean, it depends who yelled at you. They could have just been wrong, but I don't want to say that in case they weren't. If you weren't given a specified duration between bursts, then really they shouldn't have been yelling at you for it, unless you were given it like a do-do-do, and then like a minute later, 3 more shots sort of thing. Like, unless that was specifically asked for, that's probably too long between bursts. The general rule of thumb is, I like to think of it as, fuck, what's the saying? Shit, I had a
3
saying
to
for
1
this written
ratio
down
is
somewhere.
usually a good call for
That's-
an
yeah.
AR. So for every 3 seconds of fire, hold fire for 1 second.
Yeah, that was following the motherfucker rule, that the bursts should be long enough for you to say motherfucker before you stop shooting.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, if you have time to go do-do-do, motherfucker, do-do-do, so on and so forth, that would also work.
Sounds like 2 seconds.
I'm gonna start doing this now. You realize
Ironically, a
that,
guy
right?
that served in the fucking Marines taught me that. I went to him in a fucking range and he taught me that. So that's
Hey.
first class info.
There's enough
I
crayons
ex-
for everyone, okay?
I expect
Yeah,
to hear a
yeah.
chorus of motherfucker from
Yeah,
the
when you
fire
guys are
team or
shooting
squad.
later. I expect to hear all of you saying motherfucker between every burst for suppression, right? So
this is getting updated into the SOP, right?
yeah, this is it'll be on the SOP portal as soon as James approves it. TM. So from here we're going to move on to the thing that you might need to utilize
Wait,
all
one
of
more
the
thing.
above with. Oh, you've got one more thing.
Yeah,
Go for it.
just
go for it.
regarding the burst, right? You want to adjust depending on your logic support, state and how much ammo do you have left, right? You don't want to
Yes.
be spraying all along while you have like 2 max left or so.
So ops with like a certain level of logistics on them, like you'll know when you're on one because you're never running out of ammo, and you're always being told to resupply. Fucking go hog wild with that shit. Fire a 5-round burst, give it a second, then fire another 5-round burst. Go through your whole 200-round mag in 45, 65 odd seconds. You're gonna have like 8 more to hand, right? And then there'll be a resupply around the corner. But conversely, if you're on like a coin op and you're tracking in the Afghan mountains, you start firing at a rate that's taking you through whole mags in a couple of minutes as an AR. Boy, you're gonna have a not very fun time for most of that op, because you're gonna have this cool toy, and not be able to use it. It's all about using your common sense, and it's one of those things. Like, I know it's really sort of abstract, but it factors right into rule number 1: survival. How are you going to keep yourself safe if you ain't got enough bullets? You know, be thinking about things like that at all times. You know, as much fun as it is to just sit there and put like 3 200 round box mags down range, maybe consider not doing that given the situation, whatever that is. You know.
Well, I would
I
have
mean,
one
me
more
and Will
question
know
about
that best.
accuracy in
Yesterday,
Whoa,
I
whoa,
fought
whoa,
in Phoenix
whoa.
where I killed
Oh,
2
hold
people
up,
with
hold
a
up, hold
fucking
up.
pistol because we ran out of ammo in the airport.
That's
We do not
unfortunate.
speak of
I was
the
down
airport.
a pistol at one point as well. You were saying, Duckman, you had a question?
just a general question for understanding the mod lambs. So the suppression mod that works on the enemy as well, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Yeah,
To
we have to
tremendous
suppress-
effect depending on what their kit is.
The reason I'm asking that is when I did some ops with my friends, it worked on us but not on the enemy, which was kind of hilarious.
Madness. I can't.
Yes.
I've played with UNITAF for so long now that I actually can't get used to playing on things where the AI don't get suppressed because like just fully do things that get me killed. Because I'm like, oh yeah, they ain't gonna do anything.
Because I was too drunk, so that might be the reason why.
That doesn't help. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think lamps affects people at all. I mean, players at all.
No,
Does
lamps
it?
doesn't affect players.
Yeah,
no,
it
he
just
was asking
suppress
about AI.
mods
Yeah.
that affects us. Yeah.
Yeah, the suppress mod. Ugh. Anyway, the 4Fs. So this is just a general concept thing. When you have found the enemy, you need to then fix the enemy in place so that either yourselves or a corresponding fire team can flank the enemy and then finish the enemy. So, broadly, this is a sort of, decision tree type thing that everything we've talked about today fits into. Everything that we've spoken about since the minute this started was something that you do as part of one of the 4 steps of find, flank, fix, and finish. And you do that
It's
on the
find,
fire team
fix.
level. Find, fix, flank,
flank.
finish, whatever. It's 4Fs. I get them confused.
Fix, flank, finish.
Find, fix, flank, finish. That's correct. Yeah.
And
I
then
read it right the first
Flank
time. Damn it.
finish.
The
You can
last
repeat
F
it in a
is
chorus
they're
after you,
fucked.
like in kindergarten.
Yes. Find, fix,
Fix,
flank,
and
finish. Gold star, Darkman.
Yeah.
He's also in the alphabet now.
Right. Anyway, so the finding part is really easy. Spot the enemy. It's the contact report stuff that we went over first, right? Do I need to pick on one of you to give me an example, or have you all been paying enough attention, do you think?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I heard a pick one. I'm picking on Cellhawk.
Picking on the pickle.
Give me a contact report,
Oh,
Cellhawk.
contact report. Okay. So, contact the north. Let's say we have contact the rocks there. Contact.
But there
north.
is actually contact up there.
What?
There is something there.
Oh yeah.
There's actually something up
Okay.
there.
So contact north by northwest. Bearing 350. One times rifleman. Shoot. Fuck. I get animation.
Contact down.
Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
Did we actually have permission to shoot?
Well, yeah, he was armed and aiming at the
If it's
weapon at us.
contact you want to shoot, right? If he was like sighting, he was just like strolling around, you would be like,
Mhm.
yeah, do we shoot him or not?
Right, so that contact report was spot on, and as you see, certain people
What?
did exactly what we've been talking about this whole time. Moved to cover, started engaging, called it out, and what's more is they did it as a buddy team, possibly by accident, but I'll give them this credit this time.
Yay.
We all have a single brain cell and they fuse
Yeah.
sometimes.
Exactly, right? Good shit. So you found them, you fixed him by suppressing him, and didn't need to flank the guy because like someone's 4th bullet finished him.
Yeah,
Right.
really, it wasn't very fun from my perspective up there.
Well, you really gotta step up your crossy game, I swear to God.
I'm trying to go easy on you guys. Don't worry.
Where's my?
Because if Crossy was leading this FTX, he would have parked like 2 MBTs up on the hill.
Oh god.
He's not that mean. He's not that mean.
Yeah, well.
We talk him out of things that
No, he wouldn't park
usually.
any MBTs. He would just have a fixed wing aircraft drop a 500-pounder on us.
Yeah,
he could do that
Just
too.
a lesson about spacing.
Low flyer
Right.
flyovers here.
So, someone give me an example of something that might help you to fix the enemy in place, other than shooting at them.
Wait, before that, do we all agree Milkman just became an instructor, right?
It's only a technicality prevents him from actually being an instructor right now, anyway.
Give it like 2 months or maybe half a year until I get PFC.
I think once you get private
right?
in, I think you need this FTX and maybe one more, and then you'll be private, and then I can slot you as an
Infantry
instructor.
for practice hours. I'm missing like 8 hours of operational for.
Oh,
private.
I see. Yeah, so give it a week and you'll be instructing. Right. Anyway, any questions about fixing the enemy? Because I asked a question and fuck it, we got sidetracked. Things you can do, right? You can utilize the types of fire that we just talked about. Usually, they're directed to do those. If you have utilities such as grenade launchers, if you're a grenadier, obviously an automatic rifle, if you're an automatic rifleman, or some method of indiscriminate fire, even frag grenades if you're close enough to them, you can use that to fix them in place. And meanwhile, your friends or another fire team can flank and finish them off. Do we have any questions about the 4Fs and your role in achieving them? No, cool. Do you all understand that at all times, basically everything you're doing once in contact is something to do with achieving one of the 4Fs?
Yes.
Granted, we do not endanger ourselves because our health is our priority.
Yep. You are not an effective unit if you are bleeding on the floor.
You cut off again.
Cut off again.
Yeah, when
Oh.
the radio.
Fucking hell.
Something
So
about
you're
said
just-
bleeding on the floor.
Yeah, you're just speaking and suddenly
said
you
if
switch to
you are-
radio.
Yeah, I
and
don't know
cut
what
off.
happened there. That was really weird. My
You're not
push to
gonna
talk
affect
for
the
like
other team if you're
local
bleeding
is
on the floor or
nowhere
some
fucking
shit.
near this.
Something has to do with T-FAR because you always start speaking through the radio then cut off.
But it helps our greatest concern. Why
Can
are
you
we
hear me now?
so
Yes.
Because that could be the
Yeah,
same
we can
problem
hear
you
fine.
have with the stopping when talking in with the radio.
Yeah, that's I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it, honestly. Like, sometimes it just does this to me, and then I'll go for like weeks at a time where it works perfectly, and then
Try
I
and
have ops
reinstall
like
T-FAR,
this.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, try re-drag the TFR into.
Oh yeah,
we'll
just
do
reinstall the
it.
plugin.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't do
So,
it now.
you guys better be keeping your heads on a swivel for a minute.
Spacing, I suggest.
Yep.
Spacing.
Stick
together in your fire teams.
Talk to me.
Stick together in your fire teams.
One head injury, just one.
Oh, you're back. You freaked them out by disappearing.
Oh no, it was just. I was
Keep their
just
heads
going-
on a swivel.
I was just going up and seeing
Green,
what
let's
the
dig in at
injury
these
was, and
rocks
he
a little
just
bit
shot
north of
my
you
head
guys.
once. Need to step that up, yeah.
Green, let's try and cover. Please, we are not.
Does anyone want to FTL? Otherwise, I'll do it.
Say again on 251.
Check. That sounds like a no. Alright, I guess we make the buddies teams out of 3 people, so Southhawk, Milkman, and Shambhala, you're blue, and Darkman, Sazanov, and myself are yellow.
Contact north.
he fell behind the rock.
Good job.
Good stuff. Bring it back into the road. Good stuff. Bring it back in. This is just little practice. In like 1 minute, we go for slightly bigger practice.
Before you drop a fucking battalion on us.
Yeah, that would be
No,
great.
you cannot. Long and short of it is, if you guys are in a firefight for too long here in one position, you won't really be practicing anything other than sitting, forming a base of fire, which is, you know, good for 5 minutes or so, but not so great for the whole live fire, you know, which is what tends to happen when we give people entrenching tools on these. It ends up as Sandcastle Simulator, no matter how many times we tell you not to. Right, give me a second. Do a couple of things in Zeus real quick.
While he's setting up a perfect ambush, once he deploys stuff, I suggest we move southwest. I see a couple buildings there. Looks like better cover than the middle of this fucking road.
Yeah, even the north
is learning quick.
I mean, everything is better than the road.
Yeah, looks like a couple ruins. Yeah, good enough for 2 elements. We can spread out.
I'm using L Baker as my cover. Dibs.
Why would you use your brother as a shield?
I'm using the milk carton.
You ain't using shit. You're part of Team Yellow.
Oh, you sent yourself my buddy. You're technically my buddy still because you sent yourself to it. And someone's bleeding.
Wait, really?
Was bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Actually, good shot. Holy shit.
Here. Hold up.
Go one.
You're not my body pillow.
Wait, what do you mean I'm blue?
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, as
We
soon
might want to
as
start moving out. Because they've been taking a long time in Zeus. Plus, they can't hear us. So.
Okay, well, let's leave some.
No, they can't hear us.
Leave one person. Where they see when they get back to the characters, and that moment we start fucking hightailing it southwest.
I think
Who
it's
is
too
zip
late.
ties? Let's tie him up.
No, don't piss off.
Who wants to be 2SC, by the way? I'll take it.
Green team
Was it
takes
Tedok or
the 2-story building, the white one directly west, and blue team takes the ruins slightly in front. So we have 2 vantage positions.
Gotcha.
2-1. You're on 252, right?
Yes.
Yo, Angels, what about the Bakers going a different team?
Say again?
What about the Bakers going a different color?
Not too far.
Oh.
0. This is table 1-1. Reporting is net.
Right.
Spacing.
Hey guys, go no. Fuck spacing a second. Get in tight. Get in tight.
Okay.
Get in tight.
So we can drop a grenade.
He's gonna grenade us.
I'm not gonna grenade you.
But I might.
Right. Open your map. We are roughly at Start X1. You guys are going to go northwest up the road towards End X1. You will get contact. This is a live fire exercise. Yeah, I heard you guys sorting out 2 ICs and team leads. You do that. If shit happens and need to step in, that's fine. This is a training. You are not being judged for your team leading. You are being judged for your skills and drills as a fire team. Moving as buddies, moving as units, and finding, fixing, flanking, finishing the enemies, essentially. If you have any questions, now is the time, and if you give me a minute, I'll just pop a quick heal because someone's bleeding, and put an arsenal with a couple of things down for you guys, if you need them.
Let's get organized.
I would like an ACOG. This red dot is not doing much.
Fresh mags, by the way.
Likewise. ACOG, please.
Alright, hold on.
You gotta learn how to use the red dot.
Wow.
I don't mind the red dot, but it has no range.
Staggered column on the road
I know.
here. Blue on left side, green on right side.
Second.
Do you
I wanted to call the exact same thing.
Chris, do you want to take any other color than blue? Because we have blue and yellow in
Yeah, what's up?
Alpha.
Alright. Okay, blue change to yellow.
Are you gonna work?
We have
We-
yellow.
we have yellow.
Bro,
Do red.
Let's take white and red.
Go
That's fine,
green
dude.
and red.
Take red.
Is that
going
gonna be,
Polish
can I do
colours.
it again? The same training?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can join so long as you get slots.
Alright, man. See you later.
See ya.
Wait, we
Uh,
shouldn't be able to see the other
User
party,
disconnected
should
from
we?
your channel.
The one of you is
Oh.
only 5 men now, yeah?
Yeah, Angel's team.
Okay.
I'll change white then. No, never mind. I'll just keep red. Yeah.
Wait,
I wanted to do something.
can we miss one guy?
Provide the green team your
Oh, yes,
baker.
sir.
Yeah, yes. One of you's missing one guy.
Well, we are 6 people and the other one is 4 people, right?
So M Baker.
Yeah.
Who I see?
Chara, I'll
Word.
take point when we're moving out.
Wait, so you're 5? Or
Yeah,
are you
that
6?
was the plan anyway. Good call.
So you're 6. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, we're
pick
6
one of you. Who've we got? Cellhawk. Swap over
I'll
to
still
the
at the
other.
back.
Okay then.
And there is an
Now
Arsenal.
we are recruiting.
Just here, guys. Arsenal just there.
The Arsenal.
Well, join. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait.
So, Hawk.
Hello. Let me just there.
You guys good? If not,
yeah, okay,
go
green, red.
resupply
Okay.
if needed.
So the point with scope is that on Everglade
Actually, this
and
is 1.
the likes of one, you actually use iron sights. So yeah.
Don't even need a sight. I just look harder.
Don't limit yourself when you don't have to.
Sure.
Grab a new
Actually,
mag.
this is 1.
Oh. Binos, I need binos.
Yeah, Binos would be a nice addition. Thanks for calling that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Actual 2, nothing heard.
Right. Alright, guys.
Well, 2, do you want to take a point or should we?
There'll be no point. You guys are going to go in a staggered column down the road.
Yes, but which team is in front? That's the question.
Well, it's a staggered column, so you're only in front by 1 man.
So we're making a squad staggered column. That was the question.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, just hold on a bit. My mic just fell off. Fuck. What the hell?
Was it? What? Okay.
My mic stand just fell. Right in my fucking face.
Typical Norwegian, I swear to God.
Fix it.
I'm getting a new one. Fuck this one. Shit.
Oh, he's so smart. He can afford
Oh, way too many.
No, I
Hey, if you
can't.
can afford a
Pistol
max,
max.
then do you want to pay off my car for me?
Yeah, fuck that.
Right, you guys
What do
ready
you
to go?
mean?
Who's
Yes.
still in the Arsenal?
Yep.
Get on the other side of the
Angel's
road.
fixing his mic, I think.
Oh, Angels, ETA.
Just a couple of seconds. I'm just tightening it down now.
Okay, good stuff.
Shambhala, get over here.
Hopefully it works.
I will hide behind you.
I'm going to be with you
Yeah, no
guys.
problems.
I'm listening in on both radio nets so that I can
Might
hear
let
what's
you know,
going
man.
on. But whoever's fire team leads, I'm
usually
going to be
the
on
one
yelling
down
the whole
to
time. If you
volunteer
hear me
bullets.
giving you guys an order, Angels, you'll be, I think you're 2, right?
Yes, Angels.
Yeah.
And the other team is 1. Yeah, so I'll just be like, 1, do this, 2, do that. Try your best to do it. If you can't hear me because I'm too far away, sucks, I guess.
Welcome to the suck.
Pretty
Words of
much.
wisdom.
Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
that
Come on.
should be it. Sorry.
Come on.
Oh, it's tightened now. I
Breaking my
should-
balls here, dude.
Angels.
That's what she said.
For fuck's sake. Can I shoot him?
No. Right, guys, safety's off, earplugs in, take it away down this road towards index marker.
Angels, or you want your people all on one side and mine
You know,
on the
Chris,
other
go
side?
there, yeah.
And
That's what
you
we
guys
do.
should be staggered column, so.
Put some spacing.
Wait, I'm the wrong channel now.
Don't forget to be in combat base.
Fixed.
One of you guys on the right side of the road here.
Silicon 252, radio check.
Green, get on the left.
Roger that.
Everyone on 251, you should be on the right side of the road. Everyone on
guess I'm the other side
252,
now.
you should be on the left side of the road, because you all swapped over. But you only half swapped over.
Everybody on 1, get to the right side of the road. Don't forget to check your
Kill 'em
sectors.
dead. Terms of engagement.
Weapons orange. Weapons orange.
We're ready to move. Push up, Milkman.
Yeah, you can both step off again now.
Stepping off.
Ambush position.
Buildings on the right side. You're keeping eyes on them.
So first the max then, now the people. What's next? Are you pressing anything except W?
Men on the rear of a formation like this, remember to check your sixes every now and then.
Yeah, I'm trying to take it.
Make sure you keep an eye on those hills to our west. As well as east.
Hold formation.
Everybody hold.
We have a emplacement, fortified emplacement, west-northwest, top of the hill. Might be occupied.
A firm contact.
Contact north.
Two, take
Everybody
it
got
out northeast a little bit.
There's a wall east.
Yep, one, take it out west for me, please.
Green, there's some pretty good cover up here by the rock to the southwest.
One, I'm going to need you guys to find a base of fire position, so that two can move out of this little valley they're in.
One is in the valley, not two.
Oh, I,
252.
is this not one squad net?
This is one spot that will be on the right. So in the valley.
Oh, I thought Angels was one. My bad. One, I need you
New
guys to bound
contact
up to
down
those
and
houses. Take you boys up to those houses. Two, I want you guys to maintain that base of fire up there to the west while one moves up to the houses north of you. When they get there, I want fire team leader to call a bounding maneuver northwest somewhere to be parallel with one. Find somewhere that's nice cover.
Okay, just dig in here, people. We're gonna be holding Overwatch for 1 to move in. Green, if you want to move up to us northwest a bit, we got a pretty good rock formation here.
Let's do it.
We also have a pretty good one. Is there enough space up there for 6?
Should be.
Roger, we're on our way.
Gonna move slightly left of El Baker, just underneath the tree.
Roger that.
No, that one to skyline
Contacts
too
to
much.
man
but-
north. 350.
Go further
400
somewhere.
meters, I think. They're shooting.
Copy.
We're all calling.
Taking grenade fire.
Contact west. One enemy by the fence.
Eyes on enemy fortified positions, northwest. West-northwest.
Wait, who's down?
Tangos.
Green is all up.
Milton up.
There's still contact.
2, I want you guys to start moving
West, we got
north
march.
towards 1.
Green, if you push up north, we're going to start moving in towards 1 now. So just grab the rock formation north of us here.
Roger.
Red hold here for now.
Chris. Did you see that fucking bullshit there?
Say again, we get marksman contact to the west.
I just noticed.
Green, we're bounding up. Let's head down to these rocks towards the north.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my microphone.
I guess it's in Zeus.
Possible movement in the hostile fortifications, west-northwest.
Yo, contact. Hilltop, northwest.
Additional contact north, down. More contacts emerging top of the ridgeline, west-northwest with mobiles.
Roger that. We'll proceed movement forward. Red, bond over and let's move over to the house here. Double time it.
Forget there's contact to the west somewhere, marksman, so be careful.
Red is set. Green, you're good to move.
I'm still moving.
2, 1 is going to
Green's
move
moving.
west-northwest up the hill. I need you guys to set up a base of fire here at this compound. Two, I need you guys to shift to deal with the contact northeast so that 1 can move.
Shift fire northeast.
Get to
Engage
the wall.
contact.
Get to the wall.
Smoked out. kMaN.
Dude, this mouse.
We're moving northwest. Copy.
Oh, we're
Roger
supposed
that
to
one.
engage them.
Single foot count, multiple foot contacts northwest, ridgeline, just in the forest. Going 320.
Red, keep holding the northeastern side.
Yeah, but who threw the smoke?
Just lay down some covering fire.
It's Zeus to the west, between the trees. Oh, there's a fucking contact in trees to the west. CLMG.
Northeastern side appears to be clear from red team point of view.
Northwest sighting. Troll up on the hill.
Direct west. One, once you complete this maneuver, I need you guys to find somewhere to dig in so that two can move.
Northwest and west.
Sighting northwest. This is actual. Shortly, you guys will be asked to move west. For now, provide base of fire for one.
Contact to the western now.
Someone got hit. Get to cover.
Yo, contacts west on the hill. The bunker.
2 contacts west of bearings 280.
How are you guys not dead?
kMaN, let's get to a little better cover. They have RPGs now.
Bandaging at the metal shed.
Down bandage, really, from Link to.
One ETA on the time until you're in position to assist two. I mean to cover for two.
Nothing heard on that first line.
One, let's get some suppressive fire up west northwest. Two, let's get some suppressive fire up.
I got a bandage job.
I'm pretty fucked. Can someone else?
Yeah, I'll take over. Get yourself sorted, Baker.
Never mind, I'm not anymore.
Two, you guys can start moving west northwest now. Northwest, please, even.
Alright, we're moving, stepping off west northwest.
Hostiles,
Wedge on me, green left.
Never mind.
What, the hostiles are gone?
I don't know, someone called out for enemies at the shack, so I'm sure.
Yeah, but there was a single guy at the shack and we had no info of friendly forces in there, so I shot him.
Oh.
Single guy, not a formation.
Roger that. Possible sniper fire southwest. Okay, crew. Watch out. Watch out to the... What the fuck is going on? Watch out to the southwest. Reports of possible sniper fire. We'll continue movement.
Oh yeah, there's a marking I called out.
Contact west. Ridge line 2, Fitma bows.
Two, you've got contact west-southwest in the tree line. About 100 meters away. Just out of the ridge from you guys' view. Want to move to immediate cover.
Find some cover and grab it. I spot some to the west here.
I'm pulling back to the stone shed. Southeast of green position. No visual on hostiles. Actually, I have visual southwest movement in the tree line.
Visual northwest. Top of the hill.
No eyes on.
Red team, where are you? I'll try to link up with you.
Red team is west in the small tree line.
Moving up.
Green team,
Any
are
eyes
you?
on? Roger that.
We have no eyes on enemies. We're in cover to your
Hostiles are
southeast.
just over the ridge, southwest.
Move up somewhere. Fuck Yeah, where's some cover? Let's move towards the cavern there.
Heads up, one's calling in sniper fire at 195.
We got artillery.
Idea.
Move, go west. Push them.
Move west, Green, move
Breaking
west.
off, moving west.
Green team, how are you doing?
Who are we missing in green team? kMaN? Okay, we're on my radar, we're good.
Too close.
Engage target southwest.
Extra close contact. South, from east to south to west. Left side of our ridgeline.
Get to cover if you can.
Can't get to cover without exposing ourselves. Red, you can push up. I'll cover you from this little cover I have here.
Red team pushing.
Checking yourself, Chris. Give me a heads up when I can move up to you. 2, move towards the top of the hill northwest. Index will be when you've killed all the enemies.
I got enemies west with the bridge top.
Red, I'm moving up.
Dark movement west up the hill.
There's right over there.
Not good. Not clear up there. Didn't get eyes on him.
Green, let's push to the right, red.
Green, be advised, multiple hostiles west, far up the hill. We are engaged. We're suppressing their machine gunner.
Good job.
Stopping Max.
Really love the amount of cover here. Let's fucking flanking.
This is red team, we have a man down. I'll cover green team.
Has eyes on?
Yeah, do that.
No eyes.
Another nade out.
Never mind, he's up.
Flank him. Yeah, let's pull down.
Red team is pulling down east. Green, if you can get around from the right to him, you'll be well covered. There will be on your left. Straight west.
We should be rearing
Bearing
up on
is
his position.
200 by 240.
Yeah, there's someone to your southwest. South. Machine gunner. Red.
Throwing frag grenade southwest.
You see myself?
Green. Let's push him.
I dropped him empty. There's one left. I'll cast badly my laser front.
Soccer to the southeast.
Jesus Christ.
I can put a smoke grenade if you want to pull back my laser front.
Suppress what you can.
Watch out, southwest. I got it from there.
Southwest, one left.
Yeah, at least down. Thank you, you got 2 IC.
Mag reload close southwest.
This is Baker stepping up. I'm Baker.
Index.
Authority.
Bunker.
Actual 2 back on station.
Index, come to the bunker here, just to the west.
Index.
Dude, this push to talk was rough. Half the time I was talking, I didn't have it on. Not do that again.
Alright, so organise yourselves into your 2 fire teams in front of me here so I can see who's in which one. And yeah.
Oh.
Who was one? Milkman, were you one?
Yeah,
1-1, yeah.
Milkman, Shambhala, Takma was one.
Take one line green and take another line.
Right, cool. So, one first, give me one thing you guys think you did well.
Communication between yellow and blue elements.
Agreed. Give me one thing you think you could have improved on.
Time allocation and time management. Better estimation of time needed to move from position to position.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair comment. I'd say that's a fair comment. Anyone in the fire team, do you agree or disagree with either of those points?
I agree with them.
I agree with them as well.
That was unanimous, I think, wasn't it? Well
Yep.
done. 2. Same questions at you. Angels, you will lead, right?
Yeah.
So, one thing you think you did well, one thing you think you could improve on.
Well, they were quick and snappy on commands, which is very, very good. One thing I think we could improve on is sometimes it was a bit too much chatter on the radio. One thing I need to get better at as well is finding better fucking cover, because that was horrible at sometimes. But yeah, pretty good.
And again, same question. Members of the fire team, do you agree or disagree?
Communication was nice. It was good between red and green. Angels was on point with his commands, as far as I'm aware. Bit of an issue with the last assault. We could have tried to flank around, but happens.
Yeah, we
Good
tried
stuff.
but failed.
I agree with him. Perfect contact reports, honestly. Could have used that different tactics for the last push.
Yeah, we were cut
To be
open
fair,
with
I
the
did
MG.
send you guys straight up the hill. I did that on purpose to see what would happen. So, you dealt with it pretty well. As for you guys in one,
I think I found something. When we were down the hill by the house and we started taking fire from I think northeast it was. I think we yellow in team 1 took a bit too long to react to that. To move into the building.
Yeah, you guys were. There was 2 of you, I think, on the corner originally at the contact, and then the other 3 were back at the house, which was just slightly too far away.
Yeah, Shambhala and Milkman were blue. They were up there first, and then they moved up, and we stayed as cover.
Yeah.
But we were too focused on northwest that didn't focus northeast, which was when the sniper pulled up on northeast as well. So
Yeah,
I think we could have done better in utilizing the house more as cover.
So I saw that happening. It's a very good example of how even 5 to 7-ish meters too far in one direction can be the difference between getting guns up on targets straight away and it taking 30, 40 seconds. There was a lot of stuff that I saw that I really liked. You guys kept to your buddies and elements really, really well. Like, better than my fire teams doing ops sometimes, which is usually on me because I'm the fire team leader.
Well, shit.
The contact reports that I heard were spot on. There were a couple of times that I jumped into people and took a little wander to try and test to see if you were actually covering your sectors properly, and very much to my pleasant surprise, you were. Can't fault that at all. If you can maintain that same level of performance in ops, you'll absolutely smash it. That was on...
Sorry.
I want to say that wasn't easy, but it wasn't particularly difficult. How much of a ramp up on the difficulty do you guys think you can handle for the next one?
Ooh. Honestly, a sizable one. For me personally, with this being Shambhala's 3rd deployment with UNITAF, he handled both positioning and just the things that he has to think about himself without somebody else telling him to do those things. He handled it exceptionally well.
Yeah, basically
nice.
follow borders, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think if we have entrenching tools or tools of that matter, so we can entrench the stuff, I think we can have a halfway decent size up.
Could we maybe get one big gun for each team as well?
Yeah, and an AR would be very
to
nice. Or a
like, be
grenadier.
able to have covering,
well.
proper covering fire.
Give me a second.
Let's not do it.
Motherfucker!
Oh, God, spread out. I have a feeling there's bomb gonna drop on us.
So, and Baker, how do you feel
What's
about a
up?
bigger gun?
I think
I
it's index,
love
like,
big
I
guns.
think we're done
They
with
help me
the
feel
auto.
better
Yeah,
about
and
it.
carry a big
I
gun.
trust them.
Yeah, that's true.
Luckily, we don't need.
It's been 2
CLSs.
hours, and he said it's gonna be 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, we're not sure.
Guys, I
Sounds
think we're
like
pissing
the-
the
We're not
Sounds
done,
like
don't
the-
worry.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, really? Nice.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, then
Longer,
yeah,
may I
spread
ask?
out.
Don't spread out. I'm not
2
killing
hours.
anyone.
No.
Do you want to take anything else for this?
I'm claiming the bunker for
It's probably
self-defense.
20 minutes max.
Alright.
I gotta walk my fucking dog. He's asking me for it.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to beat 2SC? Otherwise, I'll
Hey, you know, if he's bringing an
McDonald's is
arsenal,
calling, I haven't
should
eaten
probably get an
something all
AR
day.
for the red team too.
I mean, 1 AR is enough for a fire team, I suppose.
Yeah.
But 2 is better.
But we don't need
True.
them.
Okay, no,
And
I'll
6
put down FATA
is best.
if we get one.
It's probably gonna be one per fire team, and
I'm still
and
against AT because we don't want armor right now. It's an
Yeah.
infantry tactics
Hey,
anyway.
I've
Yeah,
got the double-edged
I'm
sword.
not really into ATs after
Can
yesterday.
I
But,
take 5 minutes AFK?
Dude, yesterday was
5
mad.
minutes? Yeah, go for it.
yeah, I should be fine, Melton.
Was that
Right.
251?
If
I
you're
didn't hear
screaming
anything.
at you,
Yeah.
I know
If you-
your issues.
He's
Yeah,
a bit
don't do anything
whining,
either.
so
You gotta go
I-
take your dog for a walk? Yeah, dude.
up
It's
to
gonna take me at
25
least
minutes.
5 minutes to remember how to spawn shit properly and then set this thing up.
Right,
Krista,
if
are
somebody
you
doesn't think we
working on something somewhere on the map?
Radio Thank you.
check 252.
Am I?
Got one.
Or have you seen what I've done?
No, I haven't seen what you've done yet. I'm gonna sort these guys out, then I'm gonna look at that.
250 for Squadnet, but
Sorry, I missed that. I went into Zeus to look at it.
Yeah, I'm
Just see what else.
linking up
Yeah.
with 252
No,
so I can know what's going on.
Okay.
2 is fine as well.
Ace check team.
Wasn't trying to
Do max check,
criticize.
guys. If we're gonna do
Yeah, I need to lock
another
Um,
bit, I think a refresh at max would be good.
Good.
I'm
Okay.
quite max.
I mean, needle
Ace check.
for Stanux.
Right, guys,
the bottom.
we're gonna sort you out with
Uh,
a crate and stuff. Don't worry about Ace.
Can
We'll
we
get
need
some
to-
supplies.
Got 2 now.
Give me
Only
like
blue dot.
3 seconds, my guy. Come on.
One.
I've been trying to
very
figure out.
excited
So no,
about
I actually gave Darkman and kMaN for thematic continuity ARs, but the second I gave them to them, because of the way the Orbat thing works, it just overwrote their loadout with the normal rifle. So I don't even. Did you even notice that you had a different gun for like 30
No,
seconds?
it didn't even pop up in my
Well,
hand.
there you go. So it didn't work. So we're gonna do something
But if you put
to
it in the
fix
chest,
that right
I mean,
now.
it's an FTX only, so it's fine.
Yeah. I'm working
Exactly
on it.
right. We're working on it, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're not
You could just
completely
like give
incompetent.
them infinite ammo on these weapons
No.
as well, like toggle.
No. just straight up. No.
Truth be told, though, I feel like I'm worse off at FTXs than in ops regarding my performance issues.
In performance, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
I'd just like to point out.
Don't worry, Salok. It's my fault.
Rizla said, give me 3
Nothing's
seconds.
working
I
for me
repacked
today. Fuck's
8
sake.
fucking magazines. That
I
took
gotta-
me 60 seconds.
I'm gonna
my
toggle.
3 seconds is
I don't mean
3
server
seconds
performance, I
to
mean my
actually
own
just open
performance.
Zeus,
yeah.
and then like a lifetime to figure out where my life went wrong. Yeah, no, I don't Zeus very often. When I GM, I'm usually ideas man and role playing.
Chris,
They had to literally flag me
remember
for
to
like
just
4
say
FTXs
how
to learn
hard to
how
move
to
once
actually
in a while.
do buttons in Zeus,
Yeah.
so I can do
Rip.
this.
Rip.
I
So
mean, I don't know
I've got
anything
some
about this,
stuff in
so
process.
it's more advanced than me.
It's not even the fact that you have to learn how to Zeus, it's the fact that it doesn't function as intended half of the fucking time. during
Also,
time
Rizla,
off.
can we do like squad
Yeah,
level
put a marker down.
comms so we don't like get you guys
Yeah,
talking
sorry, I'm
on-
just walking around a bit to test my
Party
keyboard
radio.
because something is not working. I'm getting a new one now in May, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Alright, give us a
Oh,
minute, but still
I'm
working on
getting a
that
new
crate
keyboard,
going
but
on.
this
Oh,
because
keyboard.
this one is a bit.
There's a
fucky.
crate behind me, behind this bunker, southwest.
Run. Anything
Oh my god.
Completed?
Nope, it's gone.
Working on it.
He moved it. Northeast.
Oh, there it is.
Great news, everybody.
Oh, those are some great news. Thank you very much.
I'll grab one.
Who's on one? Who's gonna grab the saw?
Char grabbed the saw.
I did. I'm just wondering if I can take.
Okay, I'm AAR, so let to know in AAR. I get some mags and I get some infantry.
And I
Char is gonna be AR. Darkman, we're gonna be AAR.
Who's my AR?
Grab an assault pack and put in 3 mags of soft pack ammo in it.
Who took the N27?
Oh what?
Baker, you want to be AR, right?
Is going on?
Alrighty.
I will do it, but the instructors wanted kMaN to do it, so if he wants a chance, by all means.
Good shit, 3 bags.
I mean, I just picked people at random when I was giving them things. It's not like you have to.
But
Alright,
it's
I'll
very
grab
fun.
the big one.
That's why I have so many hours doing it.
Alright.
Alright, it's somewhat working. It's the fucking software fucking with my keyboard.
Let me get more.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Right, guys, you
more
have.
mags to this?
I said we'd give
Wait, never mind. I'm fucking
Milfner 5 minutes, right? That's not long enough to walk a dog, so we'll give it like another 4, and then we're going.
It
and then this'll be
actually depends on what you need to do with the dog.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I figure giving him actually 10 minutes is the least I can do.
Like, depending on
Pokemon?
how long the
Do you want to switch up
takes
the
to
fight
shit,
teams?
it-
Just
it-
because the
Fucking
AR just can't
no
do the free
way.
teams, so
Speak of the
I'm not sure if that's.
I was
You
like,
don't
well,
just
wait,
fucking
no,
speed
before
it.
you
What
get
the
the
hell?
Keep the
case, the dog is
actually,
like
yeah,
one of the big
Sazanov
dogs.
Speedy
is gonna be
Gonzalez.
with
4
me. You two
minutes
are
to
gonna be
walk.
base of fire with the AR.
He's medium-sized, but he's pretty fucking autistic,
Sazanov
so he doesn't
joined,
like the dark, and
blue
it's dark now, so he's
He
afraid of
doesn't
the
like
dark,
it.
so
Yeah,
he
cool.
whines at me to go
Shit.
back to the house.
Nice. Resupply.
You have the high ground now.
Right, guys, you've got 1 minute to resupply now.
Yeah,
If you aren't already
from
done.
4 to 1 minute, what the fuck?
Well, he's back now. The guy we're waiting for is here.
Oh. Ooh, this is some nice loadout. Nice loadout. I'm gonna grab some nades there.
Yep.
And
Remember to grab smoke grenades.
Right, anyway, quick couple of points here, guys. Some things that I really liked from last time, the way you stuck to elements and keeping your bounds between elements really short. You were never overextended from each other, except for that one time where there was just a building in the way for one. I'd like to see more of that sort of thing, please, because that was real good to see. It warms my salty black heart to see that you guys take this stuff
Was that necessary?
take this stuff and actually listen to it. So, good shit.
Your kinky
There you go.
selfish.
not FTL.
I mean,
but
hey,
you get some,
I'm German.
cheap
I am
tabs
weird.
Or phones.
As am I.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
hold on a sec.
Oh boy.
Should be able to give
Have you
you
met
those
Miller
without
yet?
overwriting them.
Krankenwagen?
Yes.
Please, let's
Yes.
just please
Lately
keep
we had
what
the
comes to
Panzerkampfwagen.
FTLs only, I suppose.
Omnisec told me all about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
God, I
Yeah,
love
we had
Miller.
Mill
Yeah.
running
Yeah,
around,
so I
driving
mean,
around screaming his balls
William,
off
if you
because
listen
he's
to
jealous of
2,
the
I'll listen to 1, and then I'll be on SquadNet.
Oh,
With
Miller's
them,
great.
I'll just toggle myself invincible.
I'm listening to both fire teams.
Oh, okay, I'll just be on 250 then.
Blue team is Milkman, Shambhala, Sazanov. We're gonna be the maneuvering team.
Is El Baker our
Because it was kind of weird that we
No, it's
told everything.
The other brother.
Yeah, and Baker.
Roger that.
Fire team leads, signed in on
It's
250.
Baker.
Actually, look at
Copy that,
You-
signing in.
where is
250.
Here,
No copy.
this thing, doing the cool guy.
Repeat
Right,
last.
you're the
Fire
Why
team
do you
leads,
have
sign in on
NVGs in the
250.
middle?
already AR, so
You never know, I always take them. when you-
Actual 2 is on 250.
Milkman, basically say channel 250 just
good
is
stuff.
table 11 reporting is net on
He
250.
knows. He knows.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but our procedures might be different. That's all.
250, checking
Jesus
in.
Christ, these radios
Table
are
11.
horrible.
Good stuff. Yep. Good chat.
1-1.
Okay,
Oh, look,
right.
there's a table.
Is everyone ready to go?
Is everyone
You
ready?
Duckman?
Everyone good?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yellow affirmative.
Aye, aye, Captain.
1-1 is ready to move.
Actual 2 is ready to go.
Good stuff.
You're the kid.
Actual 1
Aye,
is
aye,
ready to go.
Captain.
Ooh.
Good stuff. Make sure you have your 2 ICs listening in on SquadNet. If you want, also a point of 3 IC. Just be aware, unlike the last one, you boys will not be getting healed
Then we need CLS.
immediately when you go.
Who's the medic now?
Duckman is
Don't
the
worry about
DL
that.
and the 2IC.
Don't worry about that. We will be healing you, just not as often as we were last time, so you actually get some practice of what happens when shit goes wrong.
Get tourniquets. Make sure you
Right,
tourniquet
give me a
yourself.
sec.
That is correct.
Slap a tourniquet, kiss it, and go back to fighting.
Already am.
Take left side here,
Keep your
peeps.
eyes.
And all
Just
these
keep your eyes
tourniquets-
open for things that the enemy might use to force you to be in certain positions.
IEDs included.
I didn't say that. No, god damn.
1-1, switch on the east
Yes.
side of the road, over here.
Do you have any records?
Yes, the
You want to see?
risk of
Right.
ambush stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously.
Why
I
do you
am
need a
prepared.
backpack?
Anyone missing earplugs?
Nope.
Alright, good.
Give me
Because I
just a
got
second.
extras.
I'm gonna check my options real quick.
Good call on that, actually. I was missing it.
Oreo Castro, right?
Yes, we are near Oreo Castro. So, 1-2, I want you guys going in a squad staggered column up this road towards index marker. We're doing a little sweep and clear down the main MSR. We're not going to be booting doors in the town unless we happen to come into contact from them. However, I'm not expecting contact in the town. There may or may not be civ pop, so watch your PIDs. Make sure you are not shooting people that aren't armed and so on and so forth. Civ pop will not be armed. There is no open carry. Anyone you see with a weapon is hostile. And unlike the last one, we are not weapons orange, we are weapons green.
Roger that.
We good to go?
Yep.
Green team, you will
Let's,
be taking
get it
point
moving,
now
guys.
with M. Baker
Yellow
as
take point,
the
blue
arrowhead,
is trailing
please.
behind.
Roger.
Ladies first.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and watch out for civvies.
Alright.
Just shoot them in the head.
Maybe don't make it weapons green then.
Weapons
Actual
green means
2.
shoot
enemies.
contacts, doesn't mean kill civilians, ever.
Let me
Who is
rephrase that
listening?
into accept all casualties.
Send it to.
Quick radio check.
Are we good
Simple
to
as.
step off?
Yep, 1-2, take it away. Step off.
Step off.
Go
One
northeast towards
copies.
index marker.
Stepping off.
Hoorah. One, two, listen up.
Go for 1.
Go for 2.
Unlike the last attempt, this time I will just be telling you what I want. I expect you to execute it the best you see fit. If an order is non-compliable, tell me why, and do your own thing, but make sure you justify it with something that's been taught.
I felt so.
1 copies.
2 Rogers.
It's on a swivel, people.
Good stuff, guys. It's mainly for everyone else's benefit that they hear why your thought process is like that, because, you know, it's part of the
Civil in
same
front,
thing.
keep eyes
yep.
on him.
Good day, sir.
Make sure to keep our side of the road. Yeah, thank you.
Remember, guys, always be polite and courteous to civilians. This is not one of those units where you can just abuse them.
Hearts and minds.
If you start being a dickhead to civilians, you can and will be reprimanded for it. They're people too, and 9 times out of 10, we're here to protect them.
You know, with the Afghan missions, can they actually like get suicide bombs and stuff?
Yep.
That's actually
very, very much yes.
On Honey Badger, suicide bomber took out a Bradley.
Is it obvious about the wearing one, or is it completely like you don't know until it happens?
Actual, this is 1-1. Do you want us to sweep the compound to our right?
One with the gate, yes please.
1-1, reposition, get ready to clear compound.
Send it to.
1-1 copies.
Should we start clearing on the left side here?
Civilian crouching on the
Negative,
road.
go for the
west-northwest.
buildings on the right side of the road here and hold for one to catch up.
Going left.
Roger. Holding up building.
I'm hostile! Hold.
They're down.
Oh, we're behind you.
Contact report.
Injured.
Clearing this building.
Welcome back.
Building clear. Good spot to occupy.
You can't clear a building alone, goddammit.
Dude, how did I get shot if you're right in front of me?
Oh.
Careful, civilians a bit further down the road where we had the initial contact.
Yeah, keep holding northwest here.
Copy, can I get inside the ruined building for vantage?
Good stuff, one.
Have they pain after one shot?
Sit rep. Wait, what? How's the clearing of the building going?
Our building is clear.
Alright.
Actual 2.
Send it.
Building is cleared.
Good stuff. One, this actual. ETA on coming back to the road for the rest of the patrol.
Taking fire direction north. No visual.
Actual 2.
No visual leader.
Angels, there's a ruined building southeast towards up from our position. It has a good vantage point. Can I get inside it?
Compound to the west of you.
2 Rogers pushing up to compound on west side.
Okay, we're pushing up, people. Let's have green team push out first, and red team covers.
Actual 2.
Let's not group up here.
Unable to move at the moment. Had contacts coming out from the wall next to the church. Northwest.
Roger, one, are you able to
Fuck, guys.
Yo, we got contacts northwest of the castle. Down there.
Yeah, alright, go through the building on the back side. Move.
Push up, 2-story building. Green.
Taking contact from the northeast. We're gonna push up behind the building and push west from there.
Yeah, well, fine. I need a medic.
Alright.
Back up here and enter.
Be advised, there are civilians in the north side of the village.
Confirmed FOB inside castle. 2, I need you guys to move up to this northeast side. Assist 1, telling this advance.
2 Rogers.
Okay, watch northeast here. Okay, we're gonna have to move northeast here, people, to cover, cover what's advanced. Moving out now.
seconds and I'll be combat ready.
Hostile machine gunner northeast, single contact.
Green, how are you doing?
Baker's injured. Just about combat effective again.
Same for the other one.
Put it out. So everyone's good to move in a bit then.
Sure.
Alright, Green, when you're ready, move up to us here and we'll start movement. We're going northwest.
Alright,
Actually, it's Square Infantry replanning.
Oh, I cannot walk.
We had a DLS, it would be
Actual, this is one. We're gonna smoke up the road north-northeast, then push into the
Reloading.
church compound, get a better base of fire on the enemies in the castle.
Roger that one, go for it.
Okay, so we'll need
Yellow
CLS.
base of fire, blue moves first. On me.
Yep, we'll sort that, just get moving. You're going northwest, sort of parallel to the one across the church compound.
Okay, let's start moving out northwest. We will get stitches on the way.
You've been healed.
Just behind the tree. I don't see anyone else. They seem to be due north behind those trees.
Double time it over to the wall in the church.
They're blocked by some trees.
We're moving a bit further up green.
Bacon melting around the church.
This is a nice fucking church. Amazing.
Actual, this is one. We have a position, base of fire inside the church compound, engaging enemies on the slope.
Could we get a AR in the church tower? Have a big base of fire.
I don't think it can do that.
Negative. We're gonna push past here, cause one is holding this position. So we'll have to keep advancing north here. Moving out.
One, crossing growth. Our position.
Okay, set off at this position here.
Good stuff. One set, one move, one. That's
Enemies
like
on my point mark
15
behind the
meters
tree.
from the church. Take a little bit more
Point
step.
mark, we're gonna move.
Roger. Moving further.
Man down.
Okay,
Al Baker's
move up.
down. Al Baker's down.
Do you need assistance?
Negative on movement. We got a man down.
Fucking hate this, bro. Dude, how the fuck did he one-shot me with a torsion?
Tourniquets on him and hatch up
Flank's up now.
rest hold covering.
I can move in
north.
7.
Get a shot when you're up.
We can move. We can move.
Oh, fucking tactical blob. Don't see it.
All hostiles in the direction northeast, those that were visible are dead. No new contacts.
Roger. Do you want us to cover you from here, or should we advance further up as well?
Y'all think this is not on the Tower Castle?
Wrong that.
Alright, we're holding this position. Baker, if you could keep an eye on the sniper castle and just give him some rounds up there.
Roger, on it.
One
I'd say
negative
3 and
two.
5 is good.
We got you covered on the sniper on the castle. We'll put
Aim through the smoke.
down on it.
Yeah, it's usually enemy service notes. It's a pretty down tank on Honestly, they need the facts.
Be advised, I have visual on hostile stationary guns northeast on the castle walls, the upper part.
Suppress that smoke in the tower.
Direct bearing is 40, it's an HMG.
Careful, there's one in the...
This is nice suppression. Keep that slow but
wall
steady.
thing.
Good shit, guys, good shit. That guy there's not going to take a shot without seeing white screen. You keep that up for like a minute or two. Hold to see if he starts shooting again. If he is,
he's on the tower. He's on the walls. Still there. Went to the right side now.
One, this is action.
Yeah, I think there's some on this northeast.
Yes, now shooting back.
Do we have visual contacts that are shooting us?
No visual.
They're probably northeast of the brown wall.
One, this is action.
The low tower.
One, you copy.
Oh, fucking hell!
You have contacts south
Sounds
southeast down the
joyous.
road. Two can't see them.
Dude,
You
I'm
might be able to.
magnet for bullets.
Watch out, looks like we're taking fire from the east. I have no visual.
Say again.
Positive enemy, possible enemy contacts from the east. I just took fire from that, no visual.
Roger that.
Repositioning.
Roger that one, good stuff.
How did you not get hit, but I did?
No idea.
1-2.
Because you're bleeding all over the place. Oh, you were.
Got
Right.
possible contact on the eastern side. Do you have eyes?
Associated Baker, good? You good with it?
We are all good.
Somebody got spurs, Danak mags. I'm down
Where?
to 3.
Yeah, oh.
Eyes on. Yeah.
I'll give you some. Oh, you can just pass. There we go. Primer magazine there. One.
Try and get up towards one's
Two.
position.
Wait.
Yeah.
Careful, there was one
Hold
guy
on,
trying
one
to
that
get to
you
the
get as
section
well,
there
please.
again on the wall.
1, this is 2.
Not much. I'm not sure how much did I give you.
3. That's
we
splendid. Thank you,
We'll
Savo.
start
Okay.
movement now down to the road north and take the side around the mountainous area there.
Get ready to move.
Keep your eye on that stationary, Baker.
Good, ready?
Castle, right?
Yeah, castle upper wall, 340. 40, that's 40.
Okay, guys, we're going to be moving out now. We're going north. Let's follow the road for a bit there and then head off behind the rock area there.
Two in front of us,
Okay.
careful.
Roughly
Yeah, blue
northeast.
shirt.
Stepping out. Civilian front. Running southeast.
Yep. Any formation?
Roger that.
Wedge on me.
Form your fire.
Red left.
We are now weapons orange. Fire is fired upon, otherwise hold fire.
Weapons orange.
Check space.
We just had a civilian in a
Wedge, guys.
process heading south.
Wedge.
Red left.
kMaN on the right.
Red left, green right, please.
No.
Sorry for confusion, guys.
I'm pretty sure you said red left from the start.
You did, yeah.
Likewise. All right.
It's all good.
All good
Figured
then.
it out.
One, this is 2.
Good
We
ammo?
hit the rock
Baker?
area, we're gonna proceed up the mountain till we hit the road, then start
advancing on the castle.
You cut off.
Yeah, everything is cutting out. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like the movement keys and everything. Yeah, we're getting hacked. Alright, let's cross this one real quick.
Shit, that's from behind.
Any contact? I think direction southwest. No visual.
Taking contact northeast of our position. East, northeast, yeah. Yeah, towards
I got
castle.
hit, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was from Saudi somewhere.
We got shots from east, southeast.
Yeah, there are shots coming from our southwest as well.
Grab good cover and
So fucking scared because
hold
they
there.
seem from behind us.
Moving up to the garage.
Yeah, two is no, one is holding behind us there.
Let them know to check their fire. They're suppressing me currently. Heavy contact in the rocks west. Range is about 100 meters.
Get some bursts down to our west here. Watch your fire. One is pushing up as well.
Roger.
What's your fire?
What direction is red or one pushing from?
They're coming
They're
from the
coming in
south.
from the
Roger,
right.
Roger. I see him. Yeah.
Hold the fire.
Yo, Milton. Either you put up your mic away from your mouth, or you lower your volume. Because when you, I don't know, bro. When you yell, it's like you have it right on your mouth.
Okay, change direction northeast again.
Could be.
Contact from northeast.
Yeah, it's only when you yell. When you start yelling, it's very loud.
Sorry about that then.
Contact from the castle east northeast.
Alright, hold here.
Can't really see anything from there, so we should keep going.
We'll coordinate between us to
Shots
get
east by southeast.
movement up.
Eyes on, east by southeast. Sorry, east. By the fence. Come on,
We're able to deal with it.
He's down.
There's still more somewhere.
More east, I'm hit.
We had to push.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. I killed all three of them.
Shots from south? I'm getting I'm hit.
Yo.
More contact to the east.
Don't worry, I got this.
Let's get a better position. Oh, actually,
Chris, we should keep going from there. The possibility to found with the other team.
yeah.
do it too.
Still. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Terrible spot.
Nifty, why are you all the way up?
There was no cover anywhere else and they started shooting me, so I started sprinting.
Careful, Brendan's up ahead. One.
Let's get to that wall and see if we can get in
Climb it?
somewhere.
Should I try climbing it?
Oh, we see someone. Where's?
Just behind you to the east here.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, wait. Okay, on me. We're
Okay.
heading inside. Terrified.
You good?
Tell one to check their fire. We're on the left or to
Is
synchronize.
compromised. One is gonna flank around, find another entrance.
Catch up with Angels.
Yeah.
Or is that Milton?
Angels
Oh,
is behind.
Angels is here.
There isn't hot.
Careful, Milton, you're on your own.
Usual.
Two Rogers, heading in on the east side, going top side of wall.
What the fuck did I just do?
Everybody blue with me?
We can carry him from this side.
I'm pretty fucked up. I'm gonna take a minute to bandage.
Let's see.
There are multiple contacts inside the castle. Wait for bearing. Southeast, south to southeast.
Yeah, we're taking left. Hold this position till 2 gets up. No, 1 gets up here.
Affirmative.
Might grab some wall.
We want to head to the red guy. Hold it. I need to bandage myself.
I'm back in action.
Two Rogers.
Everyone up?
Be advised.
Be advised. There we go. There is a HVT inside of this compound with a red beret. We're gonna have to try and take him alive.
I think the only way to get him the main shit is from the north side.
Two Rogers.
Jesus Christ, who's running around here like madman?
Ace check top to bottom.
Jesus Christ, like say you're crossing.
I could have shot him.
Yeah. I was ready
Solo.
to.
Actually, this is one we're gonna start clearing
Uh-huh.
from the south side of the castle, breaching compound. HVT is pistol armed.
You guys hear me?
Red beret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Ace check, please. Top to bottom.
Keep your eyes peeled from
Oh, sorry, didn't hear that. Yeah.
red beret.
Wait.
Bit low on the Stanax. I need like 4 more, but I'll survive for now.
I'm almost out of bandages, and I could do with more Stanax. I only have 5.
Enjoy it, Hope.
And Baker needs 6 bandages and 3 belts.
Melter needs about 3 static necks. Other than that, I'm good.
Roger that. For everyone needing Stanags, come inside of this little house, grab 1 or 2 each, and we should be good to proceed at least.
Actual 2.
How many things
Ace
I carry?
report. We could do with some more ammunition, Stanag and belt rounds, and also additionally we need some more bandages, but we should be good to move further into the compound.
You got off again.
Two
Angels.
Rogers, moving out.
Angels. Suggestion:
Yep.
one could go up the wall and one could crawl in front of the door. The wall. If
Alright, Green, I want you up on that wall, and
Cover us.
like suppressive fire for us, covering fire, whatever. Yeah. Find the route that suits you, either the stairs behind your hair or the stairs right front.
I'll stay the base of fire here.
Yeah, let's go to the wall, Chris.
Yeah, and Red, get ready to move up soon.
Keep eyes on him. Actually, this is one HVT captured alive.
Oh, they're already there.
Green, are you set?
Yeah, we got friendlies inside the compound now. Inside the castle.
Red, move up. Be careful of friendlies.
Yeah, they're all inside. There's no need to gain.
Let's switch east, southeast, I guess.
I don't know, this is higher.
Oh, bipods are a beautiful thing.
True. I'm pretty fine with that bipod as well. It's rested against the wall.
Yeah. I've only found them super necessary when you got something full auto.
Yeah. But even like if you're like just shooting like grip pods are amazing.
They are amazing, but they look kind of ugly. So
Yeah, they do.
if I can take anything else, I'll usually take it.
That's why I'm not using grip pod either. I'm just using like grip.
There you go, real Chad.
Well, the M16 in a normal bipod is amazing as well. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It just depends on like what AO is going on. Wait, what the fuck?
Explosion to the west.
I was just getting rid of an ID that I'd left behind.
Ah, okay.
So there were IEDs.
Oh, casual IED.
Green, link up with us. We're entering here.
Roger.
Welcome. Hey, nice closing.
Hello, welcome.
Hey there.
What? Get your boys down
This is the
here.
HVT. No, this is okay.
Bravo 1-6:1 remote.
Yeah, update. One captured the HVT alive.
Amazing.
FYI. Just
Yeah,
before
I
you
heard
hear it from anyone else
1-2, get you guys
than
over
me.
here.
Very drippy shoulder bag. Genuine leather.
Guys,
Actual
lag.
2 on position.
Alrighty then.
Actual 1 in position.
Yeah, cool. Index, obviously. Well done. You cleared the castle, captured the HVT, engaged a bunch of contacts really quite efficiently. We'll do it in the opposite way around this time too. I want you guys to go first. Give me one thing that you think you did well, one thing you think you can improve on.
Well, we were good at like suppressing contacts, and movement was pretty fluent. Yeah, faster on movement, I guess. Like reaction time. That's the bad one I have, at least. The rest was good.
Well, you
Good
aren't being
call-outs
judged on your
and-
FTLing, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
No, there's a lie.
It's just a chance to practice, you know?
Yeah, but I
You did
think
good.
There's gotta be
everything
her
was
report on
good.
IPL
Like
afterwards.
I see improvements from the previous one, so this is great.
Yeah.
Yep. So I concur massively. I wasn't listening into your fire team net this time, so I don't know what your callouts were like. But the contact reports that came up to me were either exactly perfect or okay. So can't really complain about that. There's always room for improvement, but at the same time, you know, fire team leading's a bitch. So I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Guys on the fire team, do you have anything you want to add to that? Anything you disagree with or particularly agree with about what he said?
Yeah, I
think we
want to
did.
congratulate with the AI to to hitting me when I was behind a guy 2 times.
I saw that. It
I
was so funny.
A bullet whizzed past me and hit you a couple times.
Yeah, that sniper up there was quite effective at watching the whole thing. But then when you did call him out, when someone, after you'd worked out where he was, whenever anyone saw movement up there were about 500 bullets going through that window within 3 seconds. It was...
Yeah, props to my team Yellow. Base of fire was fucking on point, like split-second reactions. As soon as Darkman called them out, Shari started putting down lead like a motherfucker.
I forgot to scream motherfucker, unfortunately.
Oh man. I was about to give you points, now you lose all the points. Fucking no points for Gryffindor.
I mean, you
No,
can't
no.
take away points because it says spray until you say motherfucker. Kept seeing it the entire time and putting down like round after round with pinpoint precision.
I just want to add into that one. We had a lot of motherfuckering going on in my.
Nice, yeah,
You're
you
more
get
accurate when you do it.
fucking 1,000 points to Slytherin.
It was absolutely glorious, and I hope that it will become a standard part of our operations.
Yeah, that
Motherfucker techniques.
needs to be.
Starting a petition to
We have
integrate it in the
to
SOP.
make a petition to James, so he writes it into the SOP.
I was really impressed by
Okay,
the
so-
quality of suppressive fire from both fire teams actually. But before we get too distracted there, it's your turn for something you think you could improve on there. Since we just heard what you think you did well, we'll come back to you. Don't worry, Sahawk.
Yeah.
We did a lot of things. Well, that was just a point for my AR team. Like, they were on point with the suppression. What I liked most was the flexibility of both fire teams to function as a buddy team without me having to hang over their head and tell them what to do and how to do it. It proves a lot of self-reliance and self-sufficiency from everybody in my team. Shambhala and Sazanov were really good with following up and even taking initiative on some maneuvers. But what I did dislike was the rules of engagement later on in the castle, where it was weapons green, weapons hot, weapons green, weapons red, weapons green, weapons red, which led to me taking 2 rounds to the chest from Red Cap over here on both occasions because, I can't drop him, but easy come, easy go. That's how we got body armor, and he has a 9mm.
Good point.
Yeah.
One negative I would like to point out.
Yep.
Back in the back when we first took contact from the castle on the city, we were moving towards the church compound. I went down and my buddy moved over to the church compound and didn't really notice I was down. So theoretically, I
did see that.
Theoretically, I could have just been left there until like later.
That's absolutely right.
And the second thing I would like to point out is what I realized, at least from what I saw, was the lack of covering from the 6 or from enemy or from positions where we weren't initially taking fire on.
So fair enough to the first point. As for the second, when I watched you guys up close in Zeus or just standing by you, normally you were all covering as much of a 360 as you could.
Yeah, it's what I saw.
Normally, but there was one point actually on the road just down there where just as 2 was starting to come up this way, there was actually like a whole squad west of you guys, and I think it was actually you that spotted them, Darkman, because you had like just noticed that nobody was covering the 6.
I was kind of watching the 6 entirely, and then I think it was Milkman called out northwest, and I corrected him to west.
Yeah, because I saw them pushing. I was watching northwest, and I saw helmets pop up over the ridgeline because I knew nobody was watching northwest, and I was first in line, so I was keeping eyes northwest primarily because I knew I had at least 3 other rifles watching directly for the castle.
Yep, that's fair enough. So, I mean, you've got sort of a justification there for not having someone always watching the 6, considering we are taking fire from a fortified position, but at the same time, what you say does have merit to it, and when you guys are doing this in and up, if you notice what Darkman does, you can always be the guy to fix it and look that way. and save everyone's life, like what happened there with the guys coming up west.
Your worst enemy is the enemy you can't see.
From what I did hear, your inter-squad, like person communications were really good. Can't really think of anything in particular to complain about. Movement choices, I specifically left it as wide open as I could to see what the FTLs would do with it, and broadly they did very, very well. There was one moment where I was asking Angels to move up, and he was like, yeah, no, can't comply with that. I have a man down, and also, fuck that, essentially, because it was right into fire. And the way that he then asked if he could go was the better option that I'd been eyeing up the whole time. So, initiative like that, it doesn't have to come from the fire team leaders. It can come from you guys. There were a couple of times where I heard people giving suggestions that were then acted up on. Don't be afraid to do that in ops. We have many people who are actually quite good at fire team leading and squad leading these days, and if you have a good suggestion, they will take it on board. And
I got a really, really good example of that, actually. What was it? The op, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that, when we were engaging that compound across the bridges, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Milkman was there. He was in my fire team. I was first time leading, and we got to where we were going to cross the river, and the squad was like, oh, we're going to cross the bridge, but I got the suggestion from Milkman to cross the river instead, because there was some shallow water. Just call that up on net, and they're like, oh, nah, we'll all cross there instead, so we don't go in direct fire. So got any good suggestions, just send them up, and it will be acted upon most of the time, I think.
Tell you from my own personal experience, starting with just suggesting things to recruit, and now ended up here, it kind of works, Does anyone have any questions? In fact, no, actually, hold on. William, you got anything to add to that? It's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, it took you fucking ages to get to here, but no. No. It was, it was, I had to spawn a lot more enemies than I was expecting. And it was, it was just very solid. I think the spacing on this one was better. I don't think the RPG's got anyone as well this time.
There
was an incident with the grenade throw at the castle wall back there, where we were a bit too bunched up, but we realized that really quickly.
I watched you guys.
We got one RPG this phase.
Someone called grenade, and I saw one of you just sort of look around like, wait, does he mean friendly? No. And just start shitting yourself.
Yeah, that's why you say frag out when you're throwing and grenade when it's thrown at you.
Yeah, also to bring up the point of that entrance when Rizla was like, yeah, just push in, and we started taking GL fire, and I was like, I just straight up said, no way in hell, they got it zeroed in with grenades, gonna look around for a different way, and then I think, somebody from 2 actually found out you can scale that entire fucking wall like a chimp, and we just all harnessed our inner big chimp energy, and spider monkeyed our way across that wall and got into a really good position.
Yeah, the big chimp energy was great. The idea was to send you in there and then see what happens when you have a bunch of very immediate casualties, but you just avoided it. So, well done,
Yeah, that's alright. That'll be more for Mount anyway, or CQB.
Yeah, watch out for Mount. They're doing that next week, possibly.
Oh shit, Mount next week? Word?
Depends on whether or not.
Depends on whether or not Milkman can instruct it or not.
On God?
Swear down, you get private. If I slot the op, I will make you an instructor. Because I'm pretty sure the only thing stopping me from pre-slotting you as an instructor already is that you're not a private.
Grind those hours, man.
Fucking hell, no fun.
So anyway, I wanted to say that regarding overall, I see it in some ops as well. We do sometimes leave people behind, or some people go a bit ahead. That's on me as well, because we were like pushing ahead, and I think we left kMaN behind, and then we just looking at each other with Baker and like, are we missing someone?
And therein lies the importance.
He wasn't even that far. I mean, from Zeus' perspective, you would look at it, and he wasn't even that far, but he wasn't on our radar, and if he went down, we wouldn't know. So yeah, so it still happens, even if you like, take it. Because if you have like 3 people in the buddy team, like 3 orange people or 3 red people, you still have like 2 people as a buddy team, and the third person is like more like a third wheel, sort of.
My Tesco's delivery back up is here. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Wait, who let him go?
So, I honestly expected him to pull out a pistol, and I was ready to dome him right then and there.
Gone for. Got him. So,
right, we could
job
stay
on
here
capturing him.
7 minutes and get to the 3 hours.
I would say we stay here for another 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Got any jokes?
I mean, I already got enough time to slot into tier 3 with the practice hours, and now we just need the op hours.
Stalok?
Yeah, but why not take him 3-4 hours?
You're ready for some SC after this, right?
Oh yeah. I actually
so
just
we're doing
realized we
debriefs
didn't get to actually dig in trenches.
I mean,
in the end.
TeamSpeak?
No.
Guys,
I completely forgot we had the entrenching tool.
Guys, I wanted to show a good
We had a
trench that
fucking
Johnson
entrenching tool?
taught me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's essentially
Oh.
you do a small trench
Stalok
like
had
this.
one.
And now on the other direction.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's 18 seconds.
Yes, because it was double.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my god.
Well,
I can't
right,
even
guys,
see it
that
from here.
is Index right there. So if you have any questions, feel free to stick around, but you're not getting hours anymore.
Toss them off the wall.
Don't forget to fill out your AARs, please. Anything that you can write about the content and usefulness of these is very much appreciated. We have lesson plans that we adapt to feedback, and dismissed.
Please don't
this is
end the
what
survey
we
yet.
call the JJ trench.
This is the most action Cellhawk has ever got.
Yeah. So essentially, you want a trench like this.
What
And
the fuck
you're
happened?
basically covered
What?
from trash and shit from behind the wall.
So I hit toggle
From
on
here,
and you
you
just
look in there, for instance.
Such a weird geometry.
You want to build trenches like this instead of just the regular, like, half circles, shit like that.
Or you can make it bigger with the
You could, yeah, true.
longer trench in between.
But you can just build more trenches like this, around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes these may or may
So,
not be fun to get out of.
fun fact: field leader can't turn off the server. The admin has to do it. So
Oh, okay.
it's gonna stay on until someone appears. No, you're not getting hours. We indexed while we were talking a bit ago.
Yeah, they still are, but different level.
If anyone wants to join Star Citizen, we'll be going Discord after this.
Has it updated to 3.17 already?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I might join.
Yeah. Come join us. Oh, who's smoking weed? Darkman.
Oh no.
Me? I mean, what?
The Rusla is the smoke.
What are you doing?
Oh, why? Whoa!
Incredible.
Guys, no. That is against AL rules.
Have the Idris event already? Because I saw the Xenothreat was coming up.
Hello.
Can you stop throwing smokes
if we're
now,
not
please?
getting more hours, see you later.
Not throwing
alligator.
smokes, I'm holding one.
Was it?
Don't forget your AARs.
User joined your channel.